Welcome to the Sacred Womb podcast. Practical, trauma-specialised, womb-centred wisdom for the emancipation of womankind. Healing at the root and restoring your true nature. With me, your host, Melanie Swan. Hello, a warm welcome back to the podcast. Today I am talking about the Womb Medicine Woman Training. This is a 12-month trauma-specialised, clinically grounded womb healing training and feminine leadership pathway. So it is a mix of personal development and training and professional training. So the personal development aspect is that we have to live this. We have to become the frequency of this in order to be effective with it. If we're trying to copy and paste techniques, that is not going to help us. What we really need is women who are able to lead their own system, who have their core needs embodied, who have a united masculine and feminine, and who can really align to their hearts and use their bodies as tuning forks. Our world is massively changing. We're in a time of really quick change. And the world really is asking, as I see it, is asking women to step forward, come out of domestication, which we've been in for a long time, and actually lead. Now, that's not lead like men. That's not lead like men who are disconnected. It's not hierarchical. Genuine leadership for a woman is different than for a man. And that's really the note of this training, because women need specialised healing and women need specialised leadership, because we're just not men. And trying to live like men has got us in a right pickle, to say the least, over a long, long time. And the world is waking up to this. We're waking up to this, and we need to do things differently. So this course is a container, a 12-month container where you can do that. It's just 8 women, and I'll be guiding you through. There'll be, yes, live calls, but practices to do with your sisters between calls. And this sisterhood is also essential, because we've been so disconnected from each other, and that's what is partly kept us in a very kind of small, domesticated place, married to the mop in our own little houses, supporting our husbands or partners in a kind of submissive way, really. And women are now really turning things around, and it's awesome. If you want to do that, by the way, and stay at home and support your partner in that way, there's nothing wrong with it. That is also leadership, but it needs to be from a place of choice. So this is not me judging mothers. Like, mothers get hounded for a lot of things. Actually, mothers are completely under-supported, and women are completely under-supported in their general creativity. So it's time to bring back, by embodying our intuition, leading from the heart, living from the womb upwards, connected with the heart, and utilising our cognition to implement things rather than leading with our logic and right brain, a little bit of heart and no womb really, or no intuition. So yeah, sisterhood is a big thing, and women who've gone through this training and other trainings as well, and other, women's circles, the one thing we always say is, the sisterhood, my relationships, it's awesome. Being with other women, it really amplifies not just our growth, our magic, our gifts. And we don't even need to do anything. We don't need to advise each other or fix each other or do anything. We just need to be present with each other and just listening to each other and being with each other and watching each other grow is just so freaking awesome. And we do amplify each other's learning. So it's going to speed us up. So yeah, why do we need, I want to come back to, why do we need specialised healing and leadership as women? I think it's obvious really, but women's bodies, cycles and nervous systems require a different kind of attunement and regulation than men's. So I'm not sure if you know this, but modern psychology and somatic therapy is developed largely by men. And it makes little to no reference to the different ways women and men relate to themselves, their bodies and the world. It's completely missing from psychotherapy, and I mean completely missing. And this cyclical nature, when it's ignored or pathologized, it leads to confusion and frustration, and it leaves women kind of silently at odds with our bodies. And our bodies are the very vessel that is encoded with this innate pathway to our true nature, our creative expression and our embodiment and source. However, when it's honoured, our divine design becomes a profound source of power. It's our orientation. It creates inner harmony, and our body is experienced as an ally rather than an adversary. I've got really well-meaning colleagues that haven't got a clue what perimenopause is, that don't understand that our first period sets the tone of our whole cycle, and period issues can be related back to that, or they can be related back to our time in our mother's womb, or it's generational work. And it's not that they don't care, it's that they just don't know. It's like we're dissociated to how dissociated we are to our cycles and our bodies and our nature as women. This has to change. And this course, this training is part of the change. So we also cover some of the familiar loops that women live with on a daily basis, just a persistent sense of low self-worth, difficulty with internal boundaries and external leadership. Because often we don't want to lead with power over, but then we slip into power under and hiding and not feeling worthy, and it's not helpful. There's often recurring struggles with money, relationship with food, visibility and internal authority, and we're going to address those. One of the big ones is just having a nervous system that priorities others' needs at the expense of their own, and internal conflicts resulting in just recurring migraines. So many women suffer with migraines. And it's all under the weight of separation from what the feminine truly is. I know there's so much on social media about being in the feminine energy and being in the masculine energy. Fair enough. We're all learning. We're all trying to hash it out and share stuff. And what I want to give you the opportunity to do in this container is find your own way, attune to the felt sense of your own feminine, of your own masculine, the true masculine, the true feminine, not the distorted ones, the true energy of it. Feel them and unite them, and that lights up the womb. It makes a massive difference. I know because I've done it. It feels freaking awesome. And it means we come to relationships and we come to the world in a different way. So I also want to talk about now why trauma-specialised womb healing matters. And it's womb-centred healing. This is not focused solely on the womb. This is womb-centred healing. Because we have to bring the womb back into our body's consciousness in order to feel our deep wisdom properly. So the training is trauma-specialised because it's trauma that keeps us separate from that knowing and that wisdom. But it's also got its own wisdom in it, really, the trauma has, because once we get into it, it leads us back home anyway, to our truth. So, yeah, that's why we're working with the whole system, because when women focus only on the womb or the cycle, we often really struggle to embody the consciousness of the womb and actually integrate the wisdom into everyday life. So we're going to work to understand what's an expression of trauma in the cycle and what's a true expression of the cycle. Unblend those and use the cycle as a map, really, as to where we need to focus in our healing process. And also, I don't teach the 4 seasons template. That's okay. That's a good page 1, chapter 1, and taken us further along from a basically flat cycle where we just cry sometimes and we're horny at other times and then it all starts again. So we really need to move that on. It's no disrespect to the 4 seasons model. It's a really great start. That's where we were 10 years ago. It started to really bed itself into our normal culture. Now we need to move it on to attune into our unique cycle, attune into the moment, and really understanding where we dissociate and utilising our cycle to pull our senses in and touch the void every single freaking moon time. This is all so possible because I've done it, like I'm living it. So I know it inside out. It's what I do. It's how I live. So please know that everything in the course, everything I'm sharing is from 23, 4 years experience in attachment repair, somatic processing, shamanic healing, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to list them all. I want you to feel it in your body, feel the truth of it in your body and decide if you are in or not. Because it's going to be a cracking year. And yeah, I'm running it every year. So if you're not in a position to do it now, that's okay. It's going to start every January. But yeah, the next one starts in a few months. So, okay. So I just want to run you through the core elements. Well, there's 4, it's over 12 months and there's 3 months, a different focus every 3 months. God, I got my words out. Okay, so we've got core, flow, structure, and lead. I nearly changed lead as well because I got some feedback that women were getting activated with it. They were like, oh, I don't want to lead. That fear needs addressing. I'm not asking you to lead like a disconnected man. I'm not asking you to lead from hierarchy. It's a different way of leadership, and we're gonna get into that. Okay, so let's cover core. That's the first 3 months. So the whole note of this is restoring core needs and orienting to the love within. So we're going to work on core needs, core essence, which is love, and core orientation. So when we have unmet needs from our childhood, what we do is we look outside for them. And it's kind of mostly automatic until we realise what we're doing. And the whole process of developing a secure attachment is recognising that we have those unmet needs, recognising how we're trying to get them met, and how it's usually we're just getting kind of bits of breadcrumbs and dopamine hits and temporary fixes. We don't want a temporary fix. We want a secure attachment. We want to be anchored into our body. And part of the process of that is reconnecting with the love that is within us. So when we've experienced trauma or pain that's been unbearable, we do things to cope. And we want to dismantle those coping mechanisms and really process the pain that's underneath them so that we can come back into our body. And our core orientation is love. When we're orienting around fear and trying not to have patterns repeat, those patterns repeat. You'll have seen this in your own life. And we really, if you can think about all these kind of octopus talons going outside the body, it's bringing those back in and anchoring in the love that is within us, cultivating that love within. This is not self-love, by the way. We don't have to do anything. It's not an action. It's not a bath bomb. It's not a facial. Returning to love is recognizing and remembering we are love at our core. That is within our bodies. We're part of the whole of creation. And our orientation, our core foundation needs to be love. Otherwise, we're just reaching outside and our systems can be a little bit disorganized and chaotic. So, yeah, we're going from a fear base to a love base. It's not necessarily going to happen in 3 month tranches. It's going to be a process, but it starts the process. It boosts it. And it also gives you the processes, the information, the experience and the support to do that with your clients as well. Next, we have flow, and this is menstrual cycle embodiment, rites of passage, and womb healing. So, yeah, we cover the menstrual cycle. As I've said, this is not the 4 seasons template. This is embodiment of the consciousness of the womb, this undercurrent of energy that is cyclical and circular and repeats each month and looks a different way in different stages of our lives. And that's really, really important because we need that direct attunement, because this 4 seasons template is really, women are coming at it from a trauma perspective and trying to fit their cycle into it. It's not helpful. It's good as a basic guide. That's what we're going to use it as, but we need to expand it and take account of our stage of life. Our cycle is very different in perimenopause, and it's very different when we're 18, and it's very different when we're 30. So when we're working with people, we need to take account of that and understand what's going on, what's the natural energy, and how to utilize that. Rites of passage. So we're going to cover the first period, how to recalibrate that. And we're also going to cover perimenopause and how to work with that, what the true nature of it is. And womb healing as well. We're going to cover what that is and how we bring the womb back online and connect it in with the rest of the system. So it's really restoring its true purpose of the whole womb center. Okay. Next, we have structure. I love this one. I think this is my favorite. I do love them all, but yeah. This is about restoring and unifying the divine masculine and divine feminine. As I've already said, there's so much distortion and so much preaching and proliferation about what feminine is and what masculine is, and you're going to be attuning to your own. Really dusting it off of all this crap and nonsense and programming and feeling it. You're going to get a felt sense of your true masculine. It's very, very healing. Often women are very scared of their own masculine nature and scared of it being anywhere near their bodies because we see men and we see what they do. We see the perpetration. But we're part of it. We're not separate from the patriarchy. We have to dismantle the patriarchy within. Patriarchy is disconnection from source. It's not about men. It's about all of us. It's a complete system of disconnection, power over, power under, and it has to end. And the way we can end it is by dismantling it within ourselves. So we'll be dissolving distortions of power, control over adaptation, and really coming back into the body with structure. And the masculine energy gives us structure within and the ability to bring ideas, the metaphysical, into physical form. And those two, when married up, when unified together, are very, very potent. It gives us direction and support, and it really... Oh, God, it's just lovely. I'm going to leave it there. It's up to you to experience it your way, and we'll unify those energies. It really changes our system. And okay, now we're going to come on to lead. That's the final 3 months. So lead is about cultivating a woman's natural leadership through connection to the divine, through core value, through aligned action, natural visibility, inner authority, self-responsibility, and sovereignty. I know some of those words are going to activate you. Good, they're meant to. If they're activating you and you want to work with them so that you're not activated anymore, so that they're words that inspire you and you feel like, yeah, then this is for you. Because women are natural leaders. We really are. But it's different than how disconnected men do it. So we'll be working to clear distortions of what leadership is for women, restore this true nature, and learn to lead our own system. That's the first step. And lead our work in a way that feels great. That could look very different for different people. That could be you lead your home in a certain way. That could be you have a team of 50. You could have a team of 1. You could have a team of none. So the role is not set. The way you do it is not set, because it's got to be aligned with you and your heart, and it will come from within. We'll be looking at value. What is value, really? What is it? And we'll be opening to visibility, like really being seen with the work we're doing without distortion and fear, and expressing our voice and work as a clear transmission of presence. Our voice is our personality. It's so freaking important. So yeah, we'll be covering all of that. And yeah, I can't wait. So the topics we'll be focusing on: money and value, visibility and pleasure. That doesn't necessarily mean sexual pleasure. It means pleasure, the pleasure of being alive, the pleasure of creating just because, the pleasure of just being. And then connected leadership. Okay. So I also wanted to talk about the roots and origins of this work. This work has been around for millennia. Sophia of God, Mary Magdalene, Native American medicine women, the pagans, the witches, and the holy women of some religions, traditions, and spiritual pathways have come to this realization that we're all an expression of source. We're all part of the whole. And a woman's body, namely her womb, is a direct embodiment of creation itself. So nobody owns this work or ever will. It belongs to all of us and none of us. We are wisdom keepers who develop and express the work uniquely for our own emancipation and collective progression in any given time space. It looks different in different time spaces. This is how it looks now. And we are all an expression of consciousness that's just continually learning. And if we become present enough, we can self-actualize. We can get this all direct. We have all this within us. That is a core of what we're learning here. Our true nature is within us. Clear the distortions, welcome it, and our life truly changes. Our experience of reality changes, and we change reality. So I'm here to guide you to this remembrance, to help clear your system of distortions, to remember the truth and restore your life force, basically. I'm not a teacher. Teacher is spiritual teachers and gurus are old paradigm. Life is the teacher. Our heart is the teacher. We're all students. There's no lineage to this. This work dissolves that time-based distortion into the truth that the cosmos works in patterns and cycles, as do we. That everything and everyone is present now and always will be. And we really do all have access, direct access to intrinsic knowing in every single moment. There doesn't have to be a middleman, a priest in his pulpit, a guru on an elevated chair. We're moving into a time where we don't need that anymore, where we don't need to look outside of ourselves for all that wisdom. Actually, what we need to do is clear the trauma that separates us and anchor back into ourselves, because it truly is all there. We are in this current time space, so I have to structure it somehow. There is a certification process there, but it's more there to develop competency. It's more there to indicate the depth of your training and integrity. I am not your authority. By the end of the course, I'm going to ask you, do you want a certificate or not? You can have it. You don't have to have it. You might want it for your insurance. You might not need it. It's there for you. And it is your internal authority that's going to decide, are you ready to work? Do you want to work? A lot of women in the course incorporate this as they go along, and really feel they've really embodied something, and then it's time. And that's up to each of us, because it's the embodiment that gives us the go-ahead, really. So this work is not affiliated with any human-made spiritual system. It's basically the natural pathways that are encoded within our bodies, are here within Mother Earth and the cosmic womb, the Great Mother, that we're going to work with directly for your emancipation and sovereignty. Okay, so that feels really important to say. It's on the page that tells you all the details as well. So I just want to tell you a bit about how we're going to do it. So we're going to do this through live medicine circles. Can I even say it? Hopefully. Medicine circles. They're live online. And each circle is both a training ground and a transformational field. So we weave together learning, practice, and live healing together. So the circles will follow like a specific pattern. They're not rigid, they're flexible. But here's the container. We'll do a welcoming, opening, grounding exercise. We'll do some focused learning, some group processing on that theme. Then I might do a demonstration, and then you'll do a partner practice, and then we do a debrief and closing. So you'll always be practicing. You'll always be experiencing the work. That's super important. So in these circles, stuff happens that doesn't happen in one-to-one therapy. It's just different. And when one person is processing something, the whole group are processing it. It really does speed up our experience. Everyone processes and recalibrates together. And you'll be also doing your practice dyads, where you'll be practicing the processes and experiencing things in a different way than in the group. So we'll have that time as well. You'll then be doing a sisterhood practice between live circles. And that's structured, and that's 30 minutes. It's not a big thing. This is not going to engulf your whole time, your whole year, but it will be the driving force that is underneath everything, helping your life unfold into truth. So, what else have we got? Yep, I think that's everything. I'm looking at the page now. So, there's 8 women in each circle. That might go up next year to 12, but I'm starting again this year with 8. So I've run this for 7 years anyway, but I just took a break between, it was just COVID, divorce, moving to Thailand, perimenopause all at the same time. So it was pretty intense. So I took a break, had some different experiences, recalibrated everything, but now it's back. And as I said, it's a 12-month professional womb healing training and feminine leadership pathway. It integrates deep personal work with professional development. So by the end, you'll be able to offer integrative, multidimensional womb healing and healing in general. You'll be able to guide women to process the roots of trauma and separation from their true nature, to embody their unique menstrual cycle, to utilize rites of passage as processes, as portals of transformation, to restore the womb as a vessel of love, to restore core needs and orientation to love, and to embody the divine feminine masculine as living, primordial, universal forces that light up your womb and ability to birth consciousness. And this is all from your own foundation of integrity, internal authority, and heart-centered, unique leadership. Okay, so that's everything. If you have any questions, you can just email me through my website, the contact form. All the details are in the show notes, the link to the page as well. I'm looking forward to being with you, if this is right for you. I'm looking forward to how the process unfolds. Each group has a unique thread running through it, a unique energy. I'm looking forward to the sisterhood developing and seeing your uniqueness flourish, basically. So yeah, okay. That's everything I wanted to share about it. And if you're interested, You're very welcome. Okay, see you soon.